And his very first pitch in the big leagues is a strike, and away we go. His first bullet at 100 miles an hour. Okay, welcome to the show.
What an electric arm.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Bell. Today is Friday, June 13th, and yesterday was all about pitchers. Some tossed 5 no-hit innings in their major league debut, some lowered their ERA below 2, and others limped off the mound in pain. We'll get to all of these stories and more in under 10 minutes. Let's get to it. Jacob Misiorowski was a name that Brewers fans were well aware of before he made his MLB debut on Thursday. Why? Well, you already heard it at the top of the show, but let's play it again.
And his very first pitch in the big leagues is a strike, and away we go. His first bullet at 100 miles an hour. Okay, welcome to the show.
What an electric arm and a quality strike to boot.
102 just for good measure. He has posted the fastest fastball in baseball earlier this year at 103 plus miles an hour.
That's right, this 6'7", 23-year-old right-hander came out of the gates hot as his first 3 pitches clocked in at 100, 102, and 101 miles per hour, respectively. And no, this wasn't some insane gassed-up energy for his first career start. This is normal for Misiorowski. Less than 1 month ago, while he was still in AAA, pitching against the Cardinals' AAA affiliate, he had a sparkling 103 miles per hour on the radar gun. Pure insanity. His velocity is head-turning. His curveball and slider are pretty deadly. He spent the start of the 2025 season in AAA and owned a 2.27 ERA with 80 strikeouts in just 63 1/3 innings. There just wasn't anything left for him to prove in the minors. So it was time for a call to the majors. The Brewers made a difficult decision to shift starter Aaron Civale to the bullpen for the first time in his career to pave the path. Although it left Civale frustrated, requesting a trade to a new team, it allowed the baseball world to get a glimpse of the next exciting, powerful arm.
And he gets his first big league strikeout. It is Wilson Contreras. I'm sure Misiorowski's battery mate will love that.
With 32 friends and family members in the stands, Misiorowski put together a major league debut one could only dream of. In his first 24 pitches, 10 of them were faster than 100 miles per hour. Once he got through 3 innings, he racked up 13 pitches north of 100 miles per hour. Now get this, according to the one and only Sarah Langs, entering yesterday, every starting pitcher for the Brewers, dating back all the way to 2008, had combined to throw 8 pitches faster than 100 miles per hour. In just 3 innings, Misiorowski threw way more. Ridiculous. His cheering section wore shirts that said, "Here for the Miz." All of Brewers Nation watched in awe as he danced around 3 walks and not only kept the Cardinals off the board for 5 innings, but didn't allow a single hit in the Brewers' 6-0 win over the Cardinals. His near-perfect performance ended on a weird note, though.
Not sure what that was. Misiorowski kind of got a spike hung, it looked like, on the downside of the mound. It looked awkward. It was right there. He kind of rolled his ankle coming back up the slope. That did not look. That looked like a basketball injury, a roll of the ankle. Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's no way you let a kid like this. He's done enough, and officially he'll come out with an injury. But listen to this crowd. They stand up for the Phenom. What a debut.
Now, it may seem like I'm burying the lead here, waiting until the very end to mention that he twisted his ankle to start the 6th inning and had to walk off the mound with a trainer before he even had a chance to finish off the batter. However, Misiorowski walked off under his own power. He didn't have a limp, and the Brewers seemed pretty confident that this wasn't that serious. As long as that's true, let's keep the main focus on his performance rather than his abrupt ending, because if that's the way he can pitch every 5th day, I'm going to have to be tuning in. As long as we're talking injuries, we might as well touch on the other hurler who had to be escorted off the field yesterday. All was working in the Mets' favor. They had jumped out to an early 4-run lead in their quest to move to 21 games over 500. If they held on to that, then they would go on to win 16 of their last 20 contests. And a big part of this team's success has been Kodai Senga. When he's healthy, he can be dominant. In his first 12 starts this year, he pitched to a crisp 1.59 ERA, averaging nearly 6 innings per outing. He's been consistent and reliable, something he was unable to be last year because of a shoulder injury and a calf injury that limited him to just 1 regular season start. Through 5 2/3 scoreless innings last night, Senga watched his ERA drop to 1.47. But then...
And Abrams hammers one on the ground. Wide of first, Alonso, accurate throw, a little high, but Senga's got it, and now he's hurt. He hit the bag awkwardly. Oh boy, grabbing at that right hamstring.
The Mets didn't have all the information last night. All they knew was that Senga was definitely heading to the 15-day IL with a hamstring strain. How long he'll be there will be dependent on the results of his test that he will undergo sometime today. The Mets are now holding their breath that the results will indicate that Senga can have a quick recovery. In the meantime, his team fended off the Nationals in the 7th and 8th innings and hung on in the 9th despite Washington plating 3 runs to hold on to a 4-3 victory. After the break, we're putting the injury bug behind us and revealing the newest member of the 2025 sub-2 ERA club. Let me catch you up if you haven't been paying attention the last few months. The Tigers are good. Like, best team in the American League good. It doesn't hurt that they have the reigning AL Cy Young Award winner as the ace of their rotation. And it really doesn't hurt that he seems to get better every single time he gets the ball. So yes, Tarik Skubal hasn't lost his touch since his magical season last year. He threw a Maddox, which is a complete game shutout on fewer than 100 pitches against the Guardians 4 starts ago. Since then, he's thrown at least 7 innings in each of his 3 starts, never giving up more than 1 run when he takes the ball. And he put on yet another clinic in his latest outing.
What an outing for Tarik Skubal. 7 shutout innings. No runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts.
Got to be the best stretch in baseball history. I can't imagine anybody doing any better than that.
And he's fired up once he gets that strikeout. Knows that he's probably in. Good job, Tarik.
All right, I guess I should be fair. This was a bad start for him because he issued a walk. He had gone a whopping 26 1/3 innings since his previous free pass on May 20th. Then he allowed 2 last night. But given how few he's permitted overall on the season, I think we can let it slide. From Sarah Lang, Skubal has 101 strikeouts and just 5 walks in his last 12 starts. He's just the second pitcher to have at least 100 strikeouts and 5 or fewer walks in a single season 12-start span, and at least the last 125 seasons, joining just Clayton Kershaw in 2016. So could a back-to-back Cy Young winner be in store? Elsewhere around baseball, the Yankees broke the scoreless tie with the Royals in the 8th inning in chaotic fashion.
Goldschmidt lines it off the glove of Pasquantino. He trickles off the infield. He's going to beat the throw there, and they have Reyes caught between home and third. No tag. Ball gets away. Reyes scores. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on a wild play that ends at the plate.
That was all they needed to defeat the Royals 1-0. In the first 2 games of the Giants-Rockies series, San Francisco was able to celebrate 9th-inning comebacks to steal wins away from Colorado. Well, on Thursday, it was time for them to get a taste of their own medicine.
Crowd standing, 3-2. It's a base hit. McMahon around third. He'll score easily. The Rockies have walked off the Giants.
A 3-run bottom of the 9th, punctuated by an Orlando Arcia single, gave the Rockies an 8-7 victory over the Giants. And for the second time in a single series, the Rangers scored 16 runs. Yeah, they beat the Twins 16-4 on Tuesday and 16-3 again last night. Pete Crow Armstrong and Seiya Suzuki each homered in the Cubs' 3-2 win over the Pirates, and Jose Altuve and Yainer Diaz provided run-scoring doubles to help lift the Astros to a 4-3 win over the White Sox. Coming up tonight, the Yankees and Red Sox are at it again, this time at Fenway Park. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time on MLB Network. That's all for today's morning lineup. Anthony Castrovince will get you caught up to speed on everything that happened over the weekend on Monday. As always, please be sure to give us a rating and a review and share this episode with the baseball lovers in your life. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend.